Hello everyone, welcome back to the lab. So it has been about 10 days since we got the last September 14 TCG banlist. During the banlist changes, the deck Infernoble actually took severe hit by losing both Jesynchron and O-Line. Therefore, majority of the combos from last format actually are now almost nearly unplayable anymore. During the past 10 days, I was actually researching on all the possible new combos, and here is the part one of the combo video, where I will be talking about several new fundamental combos about the Infernoble uh, in the in the incoming meta. I think the deck is not as good as before, but should still be very decent to be competitive in the incoming format. So without further ado, let's start with some combos. So the first combo I'm going to show is one of the most fundamental combo of this new Infernoble deck after the Banlist. Shout out to Pack. He figured out pretty much this whole thing on stream on the Friday when the Banlist were released. There's like very minor details, but overall, it's the if you were watching Pack's channel or his stream, you should already seen this combo being played already. So I'm just gonna do a quick run and tell everyone how this combo works. So essentially, what you start is a single is sold. Doesn't matter which way you get to there. Is sold on summon will search you red layer. Then you go into Isoda Fab, mill 2 to summon Gemba. There's actually a couple different versions where you can go mill 1, mill 4, and mill 2. Mill 2 is essentially the best because it mill just enough amount of equip cell you need in the graveyard, and at the same time, it's able to give you a negate before you make fiber, where the mill 1 and mill 4 combo doesn't really. It's very awkward to do though, so mill 2 right now is probably the better combo, so you'll see why. So after going to Gemba, it's so going to Link Cross, summon 2 level 1 tokens. This part is like almost the same as before the banner, since Link Cross didn't get touched at all. Going to Marcher bring back Gemba back. 2-1 into 3 into Tatsunoko. Tatsunoko then 3-5 into Savage. Savage gonna equip your Assault. So at this point, you will be able to like either force out Nibiru's or Imperms, or just worst case your fiber is under protect. Next, going to fiber. Fiber first somehow 001. You go Link into Aurodon. 001 essentially become the new like Jesynchron, because it can like it's essentially it's able to come back multiple times as a level 1 tuner. And Aurodon on summon, gonna special summon 3 tokens here and trigger 001 to special summon it back. So you will see this end board, like this middle board, quite often in different kind of combos. It's essentially like level 1 and 3 tokens and whatever thing with it. The thing with it could be either a level 4 tuner, a level 5 tuner, and or level 8 or level 9 like end board monsters like such as Savage here. They're all able to end with you the full board, or at least a board big enough for you to be good in the turn. So at this point, 001 and 2 tokens. Synchro summon into Power Tool. Power Tool effect, reveal triple living fossil, and you're gonna guarantee a living fossil back to the deck. The reason it's the same for to getting triple DDR because Phoenix Blade in the graveyard. However, there's one specific combo in like weird situations where only triple living fossil works, but triple DDR doesn't work. And you prefer to not put yourself into a situation where you want to get a living fossil on chance, and if you don't, you might lose the game because you can't really put out enough monster on the board. So, in my opinion, I think triple living fossil is better than triple DDR because it covers slightly more like situations in the game compared to triple DDR. Since if you somehow like draw your Phoenix Blade in your hand, you either have to equip it to some monster in the middle and let it die so it's into graveyard, or it just you won't have a way to really banish anything from the graveyard to trigger DDR. So here, a roll down effect, tribute 3 and 7 to summon the new O-line, which is Colwyn. Slightly worse because it's not itself is not even a tuner, but it generates enough monsters that you need. On summon, Colwyn gonna summon 2 tokens and trigger 001 again. Therefore, 001 gets summoned twice. It's the same. It's actually even more than just Synchron, but that's why your board is like actually be bigger now. You do 1, 3 into 4, summon Arclight, then activate your Living Fossil. It's very important now to have a level 2 tuner in the graveyard for Living Fossil because the level requirement to synchro summon here. You summon the level 2 tuner, use 2 and 3 to synchro summon into Roland for 5. Actually, this get banished because Living Fossil. And then use 5 and 4 synchro summon into 9, summon Charles. And then going to end phase, resolve Roland, mill a Durando, search whatever warrior, most likely Gearfried. Then Charles gonna equip Oliver, and as well as Smoke Grenade from the graveyard. And triggers, resolve Smoke Grenade. Hope your opponent don't have 2 broken hands, so you're gonna rip them and call the win and offer handshake. Yeah, this is essentially the most fundamental combo right now. You require to start with just a sold, and you assault mill 2 to end with this board. And next, I'm gonna show you some like deviation from this combo if you draw some like specific weird cards. So after we already discussed the kind of the fundamental combo, now let's start with some situation that deviates from that part, where what happens if you start with your Gemba in hand? So obviously what you can do is when you get to a sold, you can just go do the regular thing. Then instead of a soul mill 2 summon Gemba, now you can because Gemba is in hand. You just mill 1 to summon Fireflint, and you use Fireflint effect to special your Gemba from the hand. At this point, after that, everything will be the same. You just do the same thing as how you do it regularly. I'll just speed on it at this point.
And if you want to like listen to me talking about all the details, you can just go back to the earlier part of the video and listen to all the explanation to it. At this point, it's the same. You just finish your combo.
The only thing that will be different is that because you only mill 1, so you probably only mill the Phoenix Blade. Therefore, at the end phase, when you resolve Roland, you have to remember to mill your Smoke Grenade instead of milling any other equip. But then, other than that, everything should be the same. And see, this is your ending board, just like normal. It requires you to have already a way to get to your sold and have like at least 1 Fireflint left in the deck to spell summon off his soul to summon your Gemba from the hand. So yeah, that's like a very obvious way to do this combo in like a very small deviation. Next, I will show you another way if you draw Gemba. So I've just covered using Fireflame to summon your Gemba from your hand if you draw it, right? But there could be other weird situations where, for example, you have to use your Gemba to make your Isolde, where at that point, your Gembas will be already in the graveyard. At that point, how you combo, because clearly you don't have another Gemba in your hand, you don't have the second Gemba in your deck, and you clearly, as this situation, you just can't really access a Gemba anymore, so you can't really do the mill 2 combo at all. So there's like other ways to do this, where essentially now it's the mill 1 and the mill 4 combo. I'm going to show the mill 1 combo first. The downside for this is like, because the absence of Gemba now, you won't be able to make a Savage before you Fiber, because you actually need Fiber to like access the machines instead, or for the level 2 tuner. But on the good hand, if you still go with under no interruption, you will still end with the same board as if you had a Gemba. So now I'm just gonna demonstrate the mill one combo because the Gemba is gone. You won't make it Tatsunoko, so the Soul Search really doesn't even matter what warrior you're getting. It doesn't even matter. This card won't be participating in the combo at all. Here is sold mill one. You have to mill the Durendo, summon your Renault add back the Durendo, then Durendo effect, grab your Oliver, send the Renault to summon your Oliver, then Isolde turn into Link Cross, summon 2 tokens. Here you can do a couple different things. You can start with Synchro Summon. Wait, actually, no. Because there's a one still in the deck, you can Synchro Summon first into Formula. You can also do Fiber first. Since this is a level 1 and the 001 you summon is also a level 1, and since both Formula and March are going to be two machines, it doesn't even matter. So here I'm just going to show you to do Fiber first. Fiber, there's a 1 and 1 into 2. Synchro Summon for Formula. And Formula going to draw your card. Doesn't matter what you draw. 2-1 into 3. Marcher effect. Gonna bring back Oliver. This is a very specific case. You have to bring back Oliver to full combo. And also, there will be 2 level 2 tuners in the graveyard. Like I said earlier, you just really need a level 2 tuner in the graveyard at some point. This is why Formula is actually also kind of important for like the combos now. So here you bring back Oliver. Oliver now is with 4. You do these 2 into Orodon, summon your tokens, and trigger 001 in the graveyard. This is the board I mentioned in one of the combo earlier, where you just need to get Orodon 001, 3 tokens, the 1-3-3-3-3. And with it, it can be either level 4 tuner, level 5 tuner, level 8 or level 9 ending board monster, doesn't matter. So here I'm showing you what's gonna happen if the fifth monster is a level 4 tuner. So here, instead of going to 1-3-3 into power 2, what you can do is 4-3 into power 2. Because power 2 is a 7. Power 2 if I on summon, not on summon, but after you're gonna search your living fossil. This is also a case where, because you have to mill Durendo, there's actually no access for you to have the Phoenix Blade. Therefore, you won't be able to banish anything if your deck is filled with triple DDR. And DDR will be dead here, because nothing will get banished. So you grab a living fossil, you do 1-7 into 8, summon your Savage now. Savage effect gonna equip Isolde, then Orodon effect, tribute the other 2 tokens, summon Cohen. Cohen gonna bring the tokens back while trigger 0-1 again. Here you do 1-3 into 4 into Arclight, Living Fossil, just like the combo earlier. You have 2 tuners to choose, probably to bring back Formula. 2-3 into 5, summon Roland. Well, Formula Spanish. And 5-4 into 9. And also remember, since you only milled Durendo, you actually didn't mill the smoke grenade. So at the end phase, remember to mill your smoke grenade, search probably Gearfried. And I forgot something. Because you did went through Oliver already, you can equip already during the main phase. And at the end phase, you're probably gonna want to equip Archer and trigger smoke grenade and pop it. See, this is just the ending board, same as before, where you did use your Gemba at the beginning. You just wasn't able to put out a Savage before you make like Fiber Aurora, which is a downside. But if you get no interrupted, this is essentially just the same thing anyway. Okay, so I just covered the Mill 1 combo if you draw Gemba. Now let's start with the Mill 4 combo when you draw Gemba as well. It's essentially the same as the mill 1 combo. You will understand very soon why I say it's literally the same. It's so here you can search anything, and you mill 4 to summon your Oliver. The ultimate goal is to just have an access to Oliver, and that's it. and mill 1 does get you there. However, mill 1 you specifically limiting to mill Durando and search some of your Renault, and that prevents you like start with the combo with Durando. However, the downside for mill 4 combos is like you won't be able to even make a formula before you get to fiber. If I continue doing it here, like at this board, if you do the mill 1 combo, this Oliver will be level 1 because you summoned off Oliver's own effect by sending the Renault on the board. So you can go formula first, bring back the Oliver, then to Marcher, then do Fiber. However, here, because this Oliver is off its sold, it's a level 4. So you can't really do that at all. What you have to do is go into Fiber, Fiber effect, bring out 001, and go formula, draw one, then Marcher, bring back Oliver. And yes, you can actually skip the formula because you are doing 1 plus 1 plus 1. You can just go 1 into 3, straight bring back Oliver. And at that point, you skip the formula, and you will draw one less card. You'll save one extra that space. But in other situation where it just in some weird situation, you will actually want the formula because this is the very few level 2 tuner you have access outside the Gemba. Like, for example, you are doing, you're sold mill 2 that got like hand trapped by like Impermal Ash. And at that point, you just absolutely don't have a level 2 tuner access if you don't have the formula. So it does come up actually quite often, realistically. That's why I think formula is necessary. Then you just continue the combo. It's the same as earlier. And remember, because you Oliver already, you can just already use the Oliver and equip to Charles. And going to M phase, well, this combo you actually do mill the smoke grenade. So M phase you don't have to mill anything. You can just mill like uh probably one of the living fossil you showed that you didn't get, and search whatever, then equip Archer to it, as well as your smoke grenade and pop. See, this is still the full ending board. There's like good side and downside for like mill 1, mill 2, mill 4. It's still similar as before. The safest play is still mill 2. I like last format, I do see people really just cut Gemba, so they just completely obsolete the mill 2 combos. This format, you can still try to do that. It's not a terrible idea, but if you are always gonna mill 4, you have to think about the equip lineups you have to play. Because mill 4 and at the same time resolving power tool is very hard. Especially if you draw a smoke grenade, then you have to grab living fossil by chance. Because there won't be 3 living fossil if you only play 9. Then if you play 10 or more, then that just it's very it's very hard to decide on deck building wise. So I would just prefer having another Gamba over like another equip spell, to be honest. So yeah, this is just standard fundamental combo, like couple deviation on it. The following one, since we just covered the Gemba, what happened if you draw Gamba? Now let's cover what happened if you draw Zezor because this is another kind of tuner that you prefer not to draw, but there are still combos if you do draw it. So, for example, you start with a sold. Obviously, you can just do the same combo. When you get to fiber, you summon the Despot 001 from your hand, so it'll be the same, right? But what if there are a situation where you just want to pitch it with like Dolphin, whatever? For example, these are like uh, call by 3T and whatever good card here, like an extender, right? You just don't want to pitch any of these. So at that point, you prefer to pitch the Despot with 001, do a hand check. Maybe there's nothing, but now you have to wondering how you combo with this one in the graveyard, not in the deck anymore, to do your things. So you still do the same thing. Get to your sold. Here is where it can slightly be different because you have to think. There's a one I was in the graveyard. So what are you gonna summon of fiber? The different level of tuners you summon of fiber can be different since here about what you search as a sold. So I'm gonna show everyone if you are going to summon a level 2 tuner of fiber later. At this point, your soul will still try to search red layer because you was spoiler, you are still trying to access Tatsunoko. It's still gonna mill 2, summon Gemba, just like the regular mill 2 combo. What happens if you draw both 0 and Gemba? Good luck. Do link cross, get 2 tokens, then you go 2-1 into Marcher, bring back Gemba. Remember, there's one very specific thing. Orodom requires 2 or more machines. So if you go Tatsunoko here, then you go Fiber here, you won't be able to summon any machine tuners anymore because there's a 1. Let's remember it again, is in the graveyard already. So here what you're going to do is you have to link Gemba and link cross into Fiber. Use Fiber effect, summon out any level 2 tuner. I'm using Gamma here as an example. Then you go 2-1 into 3. Then you go 3-5 into 8. You're still able to make a Savage before you get to Orodom, which is still sort of some protection, but usually your opponent probably just going to throw everything on Fiber already. And here, since Marcher is another machine, what we can do is use Marcher and Fiber into Orodom. So at this point, everything go back to the same. If you remember what happened in the Mill 2 combo, you'll see this is the board. It start to be the same, which is 1, 3, 3, 3, 8. So that's like a mid board where you can tell what kind of steps you're going to do next.
Here you have 1, 3, 3, 8, so you're going to 1, 3, 3 into 7, which is like regular. Should be both. Then Coin. Activating Fossil. Spider Summit level 2 tuner back. 2, 3. Into 5. 5, 4 into 9.
And going to end phase, mill Durando, search Gearfried, equip Oliver, and equip Smoke Grenade and pop it. Yeah, this is the full board. This is what happened when you summon a level 2 tuner of Hulky Fibrex, and you stand with the same board. So after we talk about the first situation where you hard open 0-1 and you discard it for something else, and this is the second combo where you can do it, and the difference is the tuner you summon of Fiber. So I'm just gonna speed through it at the beginning, where at the beginning it's the same until you get to Isolde. Here, because this part, instead of summoning a level 2 tuner, you'll be summoning a level 3 tuner of Hulker Fibrex. Therefore, it doesn't even matter what warrior you search anymore, because you won't be able to summon Tatsunoko anyway. So here, you're still trying to mill 2, summon Gemba, then cross for the tokens, 2-1 into Marcher, bring back Gemba. Yes, you are able to Tatsunoko and then do something, but you won't be able to do anything else after Fiber, because you don't have any more like machine tuners anymore for you to make a Rodan afterwards. So here, what you're supposed to do is do use Gemba into Fiber. Fiber summon a level 3 tuner. It can be any level 3. I'm just using Ogre here as an example. This is where it's gonna be a new monster that I have not yet shown. You're gonna summon like a Quandax. This can be any level 4 Synchro tuner, essentially. I know Cody's been testing Phonon Pulse Dragon, I think, and it doesn't even matter which one you choose. The only thing you need it to be is it's a level 4 Synchro tuner, and this one is slightly better because it's a machine. And also, it do have this effect where you can synchro summon your opponent's turn. And if your Fiber is in the graveyard and this card dies, you can bring back Fiber, and Fiber can straight tag out again. So it's some very small, cool strategy. I mean, they both Christian cards. Overall, just not much big difference. You just only need to know once you get to the Auroradon board, you will see what I mean. So Auroradon effect, then summon 001 back. So this is like, if you remember, I do the mill 1 or mill 4 combo for the generic standing, where this is the board you end with 1 3 3 3 4, which then this can also get you the full board. So you do 4 3 into 7. 7 effect, show 3 living fossil and search 1. Then you go 1 7 into 8, make savage. Savage probably gonna equip it sold. Auroradon effect, tribute bows, summon Cohen. Then Cohen effect, summon 2 tokens, summon 0 1 3 into 4, living fossil, the Gemba back, 2 3 into 5, and 5 4 into 9. And going to this is banished. And going to end phase, mill and equip, search with Roland, then equip Oliver to Charles, pop smoke grenade. Yeah, so this is another way to end your board. Essentially, instead of the 1 3 3 3 8, you trying to do the 1 3 3 3 4 board after Auroradon. So yeah, this is that's it for this combo. Therefore, this is the part 1 of all the Infernoble combo videos I'm making. The part 1 include is sold mill 2, mill 1, and mill 4 combos, as well as situations where you draw your Gemba or 001. In part 2, I'll be cover more combos that involving our old best friend, Immortal Phoenix Gearfried, and combos that you can maybe summon Gearfried early to protect your being from interruptions. So if you're interested in content like this and like lab report combo videos like this one, focus on the channel, waiting for part 2. Like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow my Twitch, and join my Discord. And if you feel anything helpful, beneficial, you have any comments, suggestions, feel free to write it down in the comment section down below. I will try to respond as much as I can. And yeah, so this is part 1. I will see everyone in part 2. See ya.